Former Trump administration Press Secretary Stephanie Grisham's new tell-all memoir included some of the less than flattering nicknames that White House staff had for members of the Trump family. There's nothing harder than shaking a bad nickname. Former Press Secretary Stephanie Grisham, 45, claims that White House staff and Secret Service had a bunch of nicknames for members of the Trump family in her upcoming book I'll Take Your Questions Now, What I Saw in the Trump White House. In the memoir, she alleged that staff had called former First Lady Melania Trump, 51, Rapunzel, for the Washington Post, and then President Donald Trump's daughter Ivanka, 39, and her husband Jared Kushner, 40, the interns, via Politico. Grisham's book explained that Melania received the nickname from Secret Service, because she rarely left the White House, and Secret Service would specifically ask to be placed with the First Lady, because they'd get to spend more time with their families. Other than being a homebody, the book also details what happened behind the scenes when Melania wore her infamous "I really don't care" jacket. The president allegedly yelled at her as soon as she returned to the White House. Due to the unflattering picture of her painted in the book, Melania has clapped back at Grisham ahead of the book's release. The book is an attempt to redeem herself after a poor performance as press secretary, failed personal relationships, and unprofessional behavior in the White House. Through mistruth and betrayal, she seeks to gain relevance and money at the expense of Mrs. Trump, a spokesperson told the Post. Hollywood Life reached out to Trump's office for comment from Donald and Melania Trump. Related gallery. Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner, pics. An excerpt of the book was published in Politico, detailing how Kushner and Ivanka hurt the Trump administration's response to COVID-19. When I worked for the First Lady in the East Wing, we had all come to call Jared and Ivanka the interns because they represented in our minds obnoxious, entitled know-it-alls, Grisham wrote, noting that even Melania had taken to the nickname. Mrs. Trump found that nickname amusing and occasionally used it herself. Grisham noted that she felt Kushner was a particularly harmful presence in the Trump White House. I had shared with Mrs. Trump many times my opinion that if we lost re-election in 2020 it would be because of Jared. She didn't disagree with me, she wrote. He was Rasputin in a slim-fitting suit. Other sections of the book display completely inappropriate behavior from Trump himself, including allegedly asking a young, female aide to come on Air Force One just so he could see her butt. Trump has pushed back on the book with a statement to the New York Times. Stephanie didn't have what it takes and that was obvious from the beginning, he said. She had big problems and we felt that she should work out those problems for herself. Now, like everyone else, she gets paid by a radical left-leaning publisher to say bad and untrue things.